What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. We are back today for another daily trade recap. Today was Fed Day, and I really did not get to take full advantage of Fed Day this afternoon, but took a few trades this morning, made a little bit of money, came back, and I did get one trade in the afternoon, which was a green trade. So we are starting the month off green in February, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead. Let us bring up TRADERVUE real quick. Look at these numbers. Reviewing trades for February 1st. Took 4 trades today. Closed P&L 108. Again, that's on 4 trades. 3 of those were option plays. One of them was a stock play. Stock play was a red trade, risking $10. Looked like it had a maxed unrealized of $5. End up stopping out for a loss of $10.82. Good money on NVDA. And decent money on the 2 SPY trades. So not too bad, not too bad. And we did record today, but I am just going to jump right on into ThinkOrSwim, and we're going to do it that way today. So we got the SPY pulled up. Look at what Jerome Powell did to the market. Market was just kind of sputtering along right at the 50 moving average, kept catching traction at the 50 as it got closer to Jerome Powell speaking. It broke it, it recovered, it broke it, and off to the races. This thing went from a low of 402 up to a high of $413. Now my question is, are we done with the bear trend that we've been in? Let's take a look at the weekly chart real quick, and then we'll get these trades reviewed. But if you look, the SPY has been in a weekly downtrend since January of 2022, where we had a high of 479. And it's just been setting higher lows, or I'm sorry, lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. And then we get a higher low and just about a even high. But this is key right here. So you notice we come down, come down, go back up, come down, came back up, and then it dropped, came back up, dropped. We're never getting higher lows until right here, December 19th, that week. We finally get a higher low. I can go ahead and establish an uptrend right here. It's not technically established by my plan until I see 2 higher lows. We got the 1 higher low. We get to use this pivot right here as our up channel. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're going to see if the SPY does keep making this move. That means that it's going to get back up to about 430 before we kind of get the pullback. So if we do that, if we come up, we get this pullback and we retest this channel, and then the next week we get a higher, it breaks the high of the previous candle, we might be back up in a decent bull trend. So that's how I see the market going right now. But let's go ahead. Let's recap these trades. Let me switch this back over to the one that got lines going every which way. And we'll review these 2 SPY trades, and then I will review the stock trade and then NVDA. So let's look at this first one. And this chart today is going to be the tale of two pictures. Because what you're going to see is me actually buying into an area, and you're going to probably be like, why did you buy right there? Based on how you've been trading lately. So I'm buying right there. Look where I'm buying at the top of a channel. And then I'm getting out in this candle right here as it's coming back up. So the smart play would have been buying right there when it breaks the high of that candle. That's the smart play. But let's change this over to the 5-minute chart. And now do you see where I was buying at on the 5-minute chart? We had this red candle and then this engulfing green candle. So we get the red candle on the open, the green candle engulfs. I buy as it breaks the high of that engulfing candle off of the 5-minute chart. And then it does exactly what it's supposed to do because it's in this channel. It pulls back. I sit through that. And then the next candle, boom, explosion. And then I kind of stay in this one until I see that this candle, and this is something that I'm going to have to write in my trading plan, when the next candle doesn't close inside of, let's get over there. Notice on the 1 minute, this candle closed inside and the next candle broke down. That's when I got out. So that's how I entered this trade, and that's how I kind of managed that trade. All right, let's take a look at the second trade on the SPY, and this was one that we took in the afternoon. So let me get the option chart over so I can see where we were entering. And blah, 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 blah. Come on, where we at? Getting in about 3 o'clock. There we go. Finally coming into the picture. This one is a little ugly too. So getting in this one, in that candle about right there. Oh, no. What are you talking about? This was a nice one based on, let's bring that back, based on what the SPY did. So you remember, Jerome Powell comes and he speaks about right here. This is a channel that I've had on the chart from this point right here. And we see it comes up, test it there, reject, test it here. As this comes up to here and it starts rejecting, I'm just trying to catch this move back down. And I end up getting out on this green candle. Probably could have went on and got out in this candle. But what I did was I managed it out based on what the P&L was. So when P&L got to 10%, I was going to get out of the trade. So you see we got in at 208. Got out at 228. That was about 10%. So I was up 10% on the trade as it was coming back up. I ended up just getting out. So you've heard me say that I really don't want to buy this back down. And you see why right there. See how that did that? And then it came back down. It's easier to make that buy right here. And this would be my entry. Candle closes inside the trend. First candle to break the trend. I'm buying right there, and that's a clean ride back up. So this one here, little against my plan, but usually you can trade those back down. Turned out to be a good trade. And those were our 2 SPY trades. Let's go ahead and look at IQ. This one here was not really a good trade this morning. There we go. This one was not a good trade. So we see the market opens, comes up, pulls back, and this is a very tight up channel. Very tight up channel. So I get this pullback. I get in at 7:15, bam, right there as it's breaking the high. But this is the first test of this channel. I would want to see this come up and retest it and then get in on this one. So I had no confirmation that this was in an uptrend. There was no pre-market action. Nothing from the pre-market telling me that this is in an uptrend and it's going to continue. So very aggressive, and it was just a donation. If this is going to be a good channel, I can make money on that second one. Don't try to be early to the party. And then you see what happened. But watch this. So this comes down. We get the pivot right here. Then we get another pivot up there. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to that pivot right there. Let's go ahead, extend this to the right. And I'm going to redraw it as a channel. And let's see if it even trades there. Nope. Comes back, gets the retest, and it fails again. So, nah, wasn't a good trade at all. But it does finally, end of the day, it does finally get back up and set a new high. Look, no action. Look at that barcoding. End of the day, 2:30, Jerome Powell starts speaking. Boom, it's back up, setting high of day at like 3:30, and then it closed at about 7:30. So was not a good trade though. Was not a good trade. Let's go ahead. Let's look at our last trade. This is the one that made us money. And this one wasn't really a good trade either. We didn't really, wasn't firing on all cylinders this morning, but we still made money. I'm saying that. Let me look at them, because these may have been decent. Let's see. Got in at 455. Very top of the candle. Nothing new there. And out of this at 525. So getting out right there. Let's go ahead. Let's look on the chart. See where we getting in at. So getting in on this candle right here. Yep, getting in on that candle right there. Let's go ahead and put the candle that we were getting out on. Getting out on that candle right there. Let's go ahead. Let's kind of blow the chart up, make it a little easier to see. And getting in as it's breaking out of this channel, which really don't even know that this is even here at the time, because there's nothing to go by. It was on a slight uptrend right here. Let's see what that one would have looked like. There. We'll redraw this as a channel and extend it to the right. So, yeah, we're just buying. We're just buying. And if you look, you see how I just dropped that channel? Look where that point is. That's clean. That's in the channel. So this still respected this pre-market channel, but I was just buying right there. There is nothing on this chart. Let me look at the 5 minute. Yeah, there is nothing on this chart to say buy. I'm just buying because it's going, because it's moving. Not something that I want to fall into. This came back. It failed the trying to break previous high of day, and then it just took back off again. I got out, because I was kind of just chasing my stop behind it. And you see another channel coming into play, and look, it's respecting it. It's respecting it. That's why you could put a channel on way back when and it's still going to respect it, which is just amazing. So if you get on the right side of these channels, you can really, really take advantage of it and make some money. But like I said, this is still a work in progress for me. I need to kind of weed out these other just random entries, even when they green trades, because technically this was not a good trade. This was not a good trade, but we stayed in it and we made it work. Now you want to see something crazy. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. So we paid $4.55. We got out at $5.25, made 70 bucks off of it. Look at how much this thing is up right now. It closed up 10.54. So I paid $455. This thing closed at $1,054. $600. So if you were bold enough to buy this morning and just hold it, it does not look like it ever got below the entry. So you could have just set stop to break even and just held this thing. Let me do something real quick. Let me get rid of a couple of these lines that's on here. Theoretical. We'll keep VWAP and we'll keep that moving average there. That cleans the chart up quite a bit. So we're in. Let's see. Let's go here. In at what did I say? 455. I'll just drop it. Okay, so we would have stopped out right there if we took it to break even. But man, look at that right there. But I got what I wanted out of it after it being a bad trade. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. What time is it? Yeah, I got a meeting I need to get out of here too. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, would love to have you. Please think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I saw that MSGM went crazy again today. That thing was like sky high, and then everything that goes up must come back down. It's back down again. I think it closed at like 35 bucks, which is still good. Did anybody take advantage of that today? I was listening to Warrior Trade and Ross, and I think he said he was red on it today, buying at the highs. And then also, did you take advantage of this Fed report? I think they was raising it by 25 basis points, which is why the market did what it did. People were expecting 50 basis points. From what a lot of the experts are saying, it needed to get raised another 3/4, so another 75 basis points. Before they really think we've hit the max. So raising it 0.25, that excited the market. So let's see what happens the rest of the week. I'll be ready on tomorrow. On that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.